Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today I'm going to be talking about Mara. I haven't talked about this one in a couple of weeks or so. Make sure to watch my last video after this one because it does talk about blockchains, how they're changing in terms of block rewards, and the halving of them and how it affects this revenue. In this one here, I'm going to go through technical analysis, an update from my last video. I'm also going to go towards their last earnings and compare it with the one before, and anything I could find about this one. Now I'm going to go through technical analysis because it does give you an idea to understand the psychology of traders trading it. Jump right into it. So on a 1 week perspective, what we get to see here is something quite interesting. MACD looks like it's almost at zero. It's kind of stabilizing and going on towards the positive. Momentum here looks a little bit choppy, but regaining power all the way from 25th of October, picking up again. 80x here shows in a very strong potential of another trend breaking out after it has reached the 50 point from the highest massive jump it did lately, somewhere around here. Now, the next thing we're looking at here is the willing percent R, and what we see from the willing percent R is that it's actually overbought, so that's a dangerous sign. Moving averages do look quite bullish, so we need to take a look into a 1 day perspective. So a 1 day perspective gives us a little bit of a different insight. Today, we jumped around 25%. I'll explain in a minute. Now, moving averages, 10 SMA is above 30 EMA, it's above 50 SMA, and 200 SMA. So it went from bullish to bearish to bullish. So that's quite of a nice place to be in. MACD looks like it was attempting a positive reversal, but it accelerated today. It started to go on for a positive reversal around the 13th of November, as you see here in the MACD. Today, it's just confirmed. Willing percent R is overbought, and momentum is strong. Now, we need to look into the moving averages, stochastic fast and slow, to kind of give an insight. Well, are we gonna see a bit of a pullback later on? Remember, for every trend, right, there's always a pullback. So even though it jumps up, right, it's pulled back, it jumps back again. So that's the kind of thing we want to look at. On the top, 271, in the middle, 246, in the bottom, 222 for the moving average band. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow does show in that there is a potential for another leg for this one. It's hitting in a resistance, so that could be a warning sign for us. Moving averages, Fibonacci retracement gives us 338 on a resistance, 280 on a support, 222 another support, and 150 below there. Above there, 338 and 420 as a resistance. Now, taking a quick look into support lines, resistances, and supports, currently we're sitting at the 307 as a current support. Distances, 317. From 317, we're looking at 356. From 356, we're looking at 406. If we break the 406, it's very likely we see 456 followed by 490, and then perhaps breaking up the 525 ceiling. Current support sits at, I would say a really golden support here is the $2.59 to the $3. If it does break this, I would consider selling because there's a downside to this. Below there, we're looking down to $2.11. That's why I'm saying consider selling, because it's a whole dollar. Hopefully it doesn't drop down to $3. That's the hope. 184, and then we're looking at 161, and then all the way down to 145. Now, do I expect for it to keep running? Yes, but let's take a quick look into news, right? So the first thing we need to look at is why it ran, and the big reason is Riot. So Riot recently here has put in a little bit of different things. They're more of a blockchain. SEC filing came up last evening about some news. I'm not going to go really in details for what Riot did, but it mainly was different votings, etc. Nothing very significant, just an annual general meeting. Now, if we were to go here on Google, Riot stock, you get to see it's at 48% or almost 45%. Net today, if you include after hours, 42%. So Mara was actually a sympathy play for Riot, because Riot works with blockchain, and if you remember here on their website, we're also talking about Bitcoin mining. And Mara is the one that we know. So for that reason, Mara here has seen a jump. Now, did Mara release any recent news? Yes, it did. Its third quarter, that was on Friday. I'll go through that in a second. Now, no recent news that would justify it to run on its own other than a sympathy play. Nonetheless, we always welcome sympathy play. You know what? If some current stock that is similar to mine runs, and mine runs here, amazing. You know what? I'm locking in profit. Who cares? But the only thing to be careful of is with a run with the sympathy, you might see pullbacks. Now, the upcoming event is November 24th at 8 a.m. Mining and Investment Summit, so that could be exciting there. You might see a bit of a run closer there. Right now, we're on the 17th. At least that's when the video is being made. A week from now, or actually less than a week from now. So today is recording this one here on a Tuesday afternoon. So we're looking at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Easily on Monday, you can probably see this one run. So there's that. 4 trading sessions between here and there. So that is a bullish move there. A little bit of a nice catalyst that we can consider. Now comes towards its earnings. But before we do that, insiders, nothing significant over here. Institutional buyers, let's do right over here. Institutional buyers, a little bit busy here. Not busier than usual, but what we can see is yesterday, a lot of positions have been played around. Morgan Stanley, this is significant here. They added around 126,000. I mean, they increased their position by 334 times. So that is quite significant. And so institutional buyers are bullish. So let's take a quick look into their revenue, 10Q. If you remember from my last video, I did talk about block rewards and how they're changing, and they need to, for this one to stay a little bit afloat, they need to increase their capital or assets. Total assets 5.7 from March 31st, and take a quick look at September 30th, 37.6 million compared to 5 or a little bit short of 6 million. You can see where the significant lies. Now, total liabilities 1.2, total liabilities here you're looking at 2.5. So a really amazing move here. Although we can get to see in terms of revenue, we've seen 835,000 compared to 592, and that's where I said you might actually see a little bit of revenue increase. But take a quick look at the cost of revenue. Cost of revenue total operating cost is 2.8, previously 1.68. So that is your massive jump there. Even though your revenue is higher, their cost is higher. So when you go on towards the net loss, you're looking at a short of 2 million compared to a short, well, just a little bit above a million. So almost double. That is a significant news for us. Now, taking a quick look into what I think is going to happen. Now, you know, the earnings and whatnot, that's been brushed off, priced in at this point. Now, what we're looking at is a little bit of a sympathy play. A little bit dangerous on this level here. So I would say definitely we can hold this position, swing it up. And as we break, or as we move forward, we need to take a quick look into what prices it holds. Now, on a 2-hour scale, just to get extended hours, you can get a sense of what's happening. So you see a little bit of a pullback there. That's a dangerous pullback. You can get a sense that, you know, weak hands are probably going to prevail, and they might, you know, they might lower down the price. Longer term, I think this one is solid. Shorter term, I think this one here will probably see a pullback sooner or later. But before there, I really hope to see another push on this one. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. You have a wonderful day.